Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Selai Wandira, and today I am an educator from Tibet in NUDC 2025 Open Grand Final. Okay, let me start. Hello everyone. Today I'm educating the opening Grand Final of 2025 National University Debating Championship. The motion before us is the House would implement play beginning into the Indonesian legal system. This was a high-level clash between four of the national top institutions: Universitas Udayana in opening government, Universitas Hasanuddin in opening opposition, Universitas Indonesia in closing government, and then the last is Universitas Gadjah Mada in closing opposition. Opening government from Universitas Udayana. They said the opening government set the stage by forming the current Indonesian Legal Code or KUHP as a colonial relic that is no longer accessible to the modern Indonesian public. Their Prime Minister argued that the apply bargaining model, as similar to the US system, is necessary to provide social economic equity. They introduced the rational realization theory, suggesting that defendants often feel remorse shortly after a crime and should be allowed to admit guilt early to avoid a lengthy and costly trial. While they established the burden of inaccessibility, their case leaned heavily on administrative efficiency. And then second, opening opposition from Universitas Hasanuddin. The opening opposition countered by defending the inquisitorial tradition of Indonesian law, where the precept of true and reasonable thought is paramount. They raised a crucial concern regarding the coercion of the poor, arguing that in private negotiation, prosecutors and police could intimidate vulnerable defendants into pleading guilty just to close cases quickly. They cited high-profile scandals like the Sambo case to illustrate how institutional power can be abused without the transparency of a public trial. They also prioritize victim categories, arguing that victims need to know the how and why of a crime to truly heal. And then third is closing government by University Indonesia. The closing government delivered the winning extension by shifting the focus to systematic realism. They introduced the concept of death punishment, arguing that the trial process itself is a form of extra-legal punishment through mental trauma and financial ruin for the accused. They provide a sophisticated analysis of the legal backlog caused by population density and petty crimes, arguing that the system currently neglects cases because it is overwhelmed. By allowing quality parties to skip the line, they argued the state could relocate high-quality resources to the most complex cases where innocence is truly contested. This comparative dignity argument ultimately outweighed the opening opposition fears of coercion. And then the last is a closing opposition from Universitas Gadjah Mada. Closing opposition provide a highly creative meta-exposition. They argued that efficient is a masking of effect that hides the symptoms of social illness by fixing the backlog through plain bargaining. They argued the government loses the incentive to solve root causes like poverty and unemployment. They also basis the victims' right to public confrontation in open court rather than smoke-filled rooms. However, this speculative logic regarding long-term structural reform struggled to outweigh the intermediate tangible harms of double punishment presented by the closing government. Okay, from me, the winner is Universitas Indonesia because their case for double punishment and resource re-election provide the most complete system model of justice in the realm. And then the overall best speaker is Carl Sonkovic from Universitas Indonesia. His engineering like logic and the introduction of the double punishment framework fundamentally shifted the moral calculus of this debate. I think for me that's all. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.